It might be one of the greatest things ever.
This is a moment.
This is a moment. Well, I would apologize to the Lady Gaga fans, but I really don't care.
No, apologize to Slavoj Žižek fans.
Yes. No, I can't, because he's a communist.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, the overall gist of the Gregalog was correct.
Sure.
Of course it was.
It was truthy.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. It operated on 5% of the truth to a greater moral understanding of the world.
Exactly. I know I learned a lot.
I did too.
Yeah.
I'll do it again tomorrow.
Okay.
With the new information.
No, just same Gregalog.
Yes,
but angrier.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Coming up, Sarah Jessica Parker is dead. Tired of all the questions about a Sex and the City sequel. It's not happening, people. Get off her back. And don't forget about the Fox News iPad app. Get Fox News alerts, stream live video, and watch the latest Red Eye clips all for free on your iPad. You can download the app from the Apple App Store or go to foxnews.com/iPad for more info. God, I hope this story actually happened. Well, he's the Artest, formerly known as Ron Artest. Yep, the Los Angeles Lakers player has changed his name to Meta World Peace. Are we sure this is actually a real story?
Now I have read this story.
Now I'm worried. Jim, did you look up this one?
I'm hoping it's true because I'm changing my name to Ron Artest.
Okay. All right. Anyway, the hockey great filed papers in the Los Angeles County Superior Court citing personal reasons as motivation for the change. Said his former publicist, quote, "My understanding is Meta will be his first name and World Peace will be his last. Meta is an early Buddhist word with various definitions along the lines of kindness or goodwill." I just read that. Now I don't believe this either. Jim, you've shaken the foundation of this show.
Well, that's what we should be based in, Greg. Searching for the truth.
Yes.
It's not always about being funny, is it? That's always the way to make a point. You just deadpan the screen.
I like that.
Very
I like
powerful.
that. You know, he wants his name on the back of his jersey. That's what he wants. Shouldn't he be allowed?
He's just they're all just asses. Can athletes stop trying to mean something? Throw the ball in the hoop, stupid, and take 10 million home. Stop trying to change the world. They never changed the name to anything. What was it, the football player? Ocho Cinco?
Yeah.
And then he changed it back because he realized it was stupid. Just stop it.
Yeah. Noel, why must he shove world peace down our throats?
I don't know, considering he was actually arrested for domestic violence a couple years ago. So world peace starts at home, my friend.
Don't just think globally, think locally.
And don't hit your wifely.
Very good.
And I'd like to add that.
But, you know, why shouldn't he change his name? I mean,
why shouldn't he?
Why? What's wrong with that? Don't just repeat me.
It's a scam.
It's a scam?
It's to increase the value of merchandise with his old name on it.
Is that true?
I read it on a blog.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely true.
Was it by a philosopher by the name of Aziz? What's his face? Yes.
No, but I'm serious. I think it is. Whenever they change the name, it is a scam. It makes their old name, their old merchandise, more valuable because it's.
That's kind of genius, then, Bill.
That's why they changed their numbers too. Kobe did it inexplicably, and his is the second highest in the NBA. But you can't give yourself a name. That's with this new generation, Greg. You can't do it. World Be Free did not change his name to World Be Free. He got it. His name was Lloyd, and it happened in the Brooklyn. He played for the ABA, but it was an obvious
basketball.
inspiration. And also, TV's Andy Levy. Andy didn't give himself that nickname. His mom gave him that name because he used to hump the TV set every time Fonzie came on. You have to earn this stuff, Greg.
I had no idea.
Yes, that's how he got it.
I love TV trivia.
Yes, TV's Andy Levy.
As
He was
disgusting as it is.
Sick little
a
child.
Tragic childhood.
He'd wear a little leather jacket and nothing else. It was gross.
Awful.
He was a terrible kid.
Terrible.
I wish he was on here to defend himself, Greg, but oh well.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's his problem.
That is his problem. He's our problem.
Yes. All right. So last night I told you how much I love sunbathing on the Albertsons loading dock. It's true. But I also love charity. So let's get to my latest piece of art. Here it is. I call it the world's hippest unicorn.
Ooh.
Because it has a goatee.
Kind of like Fonzie.
Yeah, rumor has it he was the inspiration for the main character on House.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, true. The highest bid comes from Andrew, for $250. I think Andrew just recently won a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was last week. But he's offered $250 for this beautiful work of art. To beat this bid, email your offer to redeye@foxnews.com to be considered. And as you know, all the money this week goes to TAPS, a nonprofit group that provides grief counseling and support programs to families of fallen soldiers. You can go to taps.org to learn more. And let's not forget the real message. It's not about charity. It's about me. Because I'm gorgeous. Too gorgeous, in fact, to deal with charity. All right, time for another break. And remember to check out the new Red Eye podcast. There's a new one every day. To catch them, go to foxnewsradio.com and click on Red Eye. Tonight we talked about sound fetishes.
Yes, and how you're the only one in the world that has one.
Yes. Shark cage diving, embalming dead dudes, Air Force dogfighting, making out with Kathy Griffin. What? All are supremely scary things, and all but one of those were crossed off Noelle Hancock's terror list in her new memoir, My Year with Eleanor, wherein the author conquered one fear a day for 365 days. Noelle, did you really do 365 fears? I said something else.
Now, that's a book I read.
Yeah, of course you would. 365.
No, not 365 different things necessarily. 'Cause just because you've done something once doesn't mean that it's no longer scary. But I did do something scary every day. So sometimes I would do classes, for instance, where I did something. I took a trapeze classes where I, would take them once a week.
Yeah. What was it like being in out of all the things that you've done, the jet thing bothers me because of going upside down and crap like that would literally terrify me.
Yeah, it bothered me too. That's why I had to get in there. So that was probably my second scariest thing. The first most scary thing definitely being stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But that was absolutely a close second.
Now, when you did the stand-up comedy, you actually you entered like a contest for journalists, right? And did you win?
I came in second place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was great. It was all politics. I was there. She should have won.
Yeah.
She should have won.
Did you read this book, Jim?
I really loved it. And it's funny, before I remember the stand-up part was as real as you can write about doing stand-up for the first time. It was really, really well written. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot, it really is scary. Like you forget after a while how terrifying it is. So I thought that was great the way you covered that. Yeah. Really, you made me feel good about doing it. Like, wow, I really am an idiot for doing that. Like,
do you still get scared when you do it?
You have moments of it, yeah, but nothing like that. And the description of what you went through, I was like, if I was reading that, I would never get on stage.
Yeah.
Because she described it perfectly.
Definitely.
Yeah, I originally was supposed to go second, and then I kept pushing it. I was like, no, I'm not ready, and I kept pushing and pushing, and then I just lucked out. The person who went on right before me was so painful. She went up there with this pink wig on and had this, it was, I don't know, she was trying to do a character, and she was wearing a mermaid dress with a strapless sequin prom dress on top of it, and kind of growled around at the audience, and they were so tired of it that by the time I went on, I was a huge relief.
It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, and it was Judy Tenuta meets Emo Phillips. Yeah. That's the best way to. She had a wig, and she was lurching around, and it was dead silence, and you felt bad for her. Your stomach hurt. It was so bad.
Were there any things that started out as a fear that now are a hobby?
A lot of dance classes, actually. I don't know, like tap dancing and swing dancing. I really love doing that. But yeah, no, I mean that was the big surprise about the book, is that most of the things ended up being very enjoyable.
Any fears that were left unconquered?
Not really. I mean, I had a lot of room to work with. I think it's always good to have a little bit of fear, because I think that if you're not living in fear, then you're not really living. As long as it's not keeping you from doing things, as long as it's kind of keeping you on your toes and
let me ask you this:
challenging you.
In this book, these are fears that are kind of daredevil-y. There are things, jump, get planes, parachuting, all this stuff. But there weren't those really risky fears, like doing heroin. Having unprotected sex with a hustler in a park. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the real scary stuff.
Yeah. I know. I had people bring that up to me. They would be like, "Why don't you, cover yourself in spiders or go, walking through Harlem at night?" And I was like, first of all, that's kind of racist and not really a fear. I don't know. It's I only wanted to do fears that I could actually grow from, that would actually have a point. And I tried to balance out the physical fears with the more emotional fears, like going back and interviewing all my ex-boyfriends, or working in a funeral home where I was facing the fear of death.
Yeah.
I worked in a cancer ward for a year, kind of volunteering there. So.
What was the working in with a mortician? What was that? What was the most disgusting thing about that? Because I would see no problem with that.
I actually ended up liking it. I mean, that's the thing about death, is it's been marginalized in our society. It's been completely removed. It's something that doesn't happen at home anymore. It happens in hospitals or in retirement homes, and I think that's part of the fear. When you're not exposed to something, it becomes takes on this kind of scary aura. But I actually really enjoyed it. I thought I could do this. I could absolutely be a funeral home director.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, I sat in on embalmings and the whole thing. So.
Yeah. Well, you did. What was Bill's role in this book?
Bill was one of my main characters, because we've been friends for, I guess, like 13 years or something at this point. So he's in there. He went skydiving with me. He jumped out of a plane with me, and we went shark cage diving. Yeah.
I know you guys are getting married in June?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
To different people.
Yeah.
Sad ending. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert on that one. I moved out in chapter 5.
Yes.
Very sad.
Yeah.
We found that fear divided us, Greg.
Yeah.
Fear divided us.
Noah Hancock's book is called My Year with Eleanor. I didn't even bother to ask you what the title meant. That was stupid. All right, it's like the whole interview, and I forget to ask her what the title was. Jeez Louise, Greg. We'll close things out with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. And to see clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye. Don't forget to catch Andy on the Willis Report Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern on the Fox Business Network. Coming up tomorrow on the next Red Eye, another great show. Return appearances from New York reporter Lauren Sivan, comedian Paul Mercurio and his giant lips, and criminal defense attorney Remy Spencer, who's a great... Back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up. Hey, Andy.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
I'm great.
I don't care. Jim, any upcoming shows?
Yes, I'll be in Seattle this Friday night. Doing a gig with David Tell, Bill Burr, Jim Brewer, and then the same lineup Sunday in Vegas at the Palms.
Ooh, that's a nice lineup.
It sure is. Home run after home run.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I think there's tickets available. I'm not sure. I'm lying. There are.
Hey, Johnny, you're just going to promote your stupid Twitter account, aren't you, stupid?
Yeah, twitter.com/John DeVore. I tweet magic.
Fascinating, fascinating. Hey, Noelle, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What does the title of your book mean?
My Year with Eleanor. It's because it was based off of an Eleanor Roosevelt quote, do one thing every day that scares you. So that was the inspiration for the book.
Why'd you move to the Caribbean?
Because I've always wanted to live in the Caribbean. So I moved there, and I've been living there for the last 4 months, and
Cool.
seize the day.
Right.
So.
Hey, Bill, quick question. Did you say World Be Free played in the ABA?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not true.
He started in the ABA. I hold on to that. I had to look up his real name.
NBA 1975 to 1987, USBL 1997, 1987 to 1988.
Fonzie.
Never played in the ABA. Back to you,
Fonzie.
Greg. Back to you, Greg.
I could have sworn he played.
I think
in the
we've
ABA.
learned so much tonight, and we've unlearned so much as well. One of the few shows that can actually take part of your brain and remove knowledge from it and throw it away.